We'll see. Is everybody ready to go? Let's proclaim the greatest radio show.
Easy. Parlay better pick it up or he's going to get benched like 47 did.
He don't even like football.
Well, I decided to take a little pressure off Johnny Parlay, actually. We're going to do his game fourth instead of first this time around. But easy. You've been talking about college games the past few weeks, but you never made an official college pop. So why don't you give us a college pop real quick?
Pop it off.
I'm 2-0 in my last two.
Yeah, but those don't count because you...
He just makes up his own record. It's fine.
We'll make this one count.
Yeah, make it count.
College pop of the week is Texas at Oklahoma State. We'll be taking Texas. That's the pop.
Doesn't matter what the line is.
That's the lock.
doesn't.
No, I think they're Texas is plus 2.5.
Easy doesn't worry about the line.
What's 2.5 points? I don't care. Lock it in. Put a stack on them.
So this one's official. You're 5-3 in your college picks all time.
Putting a stack on Texas.
But for the NFL, we are going to switch things up, like I said, and we're going to go my game first because it is the early game, the London game, and I am going Indy minus 2.5 at Jacksonville, and the over-under is 49 in this game. Last week I went 5-0. Jim, you went 4-1. Easy 3-2, so we all did well. Johnny Parlay, like you said, man, he got to pick it up. 1-4 last week. This is the guy that killed it last season. What was his record last year? Let me see real quick. He was 61-37-1 last season.
Ridiculous.
That is beast, man.
He did start a little slow, though, and then just go on a complete tear for the 3 quarters of the season. So maybe he'll pick it up this week.
That could happen. He is going against what I am saying in this game because he's going Jacksonville. I'm going to say Indy in this game. Now, I think Jacksonville always plays a game in London, correct? That's their second home.
They asked for an early game in London this year, early in the season, because the last few years they played there, their teams played better after they came back from London.
Yeah, makes sense. But Jacksonville, they really haven't been playing well so far this season. Neither has Indy. But I think Indy, if they really want to have a shot at making the playoffs, they really need to pull this game out. That's why I'm going to take Indy at this minus 2.5. If it was 3.5, I don't know. I'd have probably just stayed away from this game. But Indy, I believe that this is nearly a must-win for them already. So I think Andrew Luck's going to step up in this game. Dante Moncrief might not play in this game. I'm not quite sure yet, but Philip Dorsett, I think, can step in and have a good game in his place. If not, and if he does play, that's even better because I think all 3 of those receivers are good. So I think Indy's going to cover this minus 2.5.
If it was 12.5, I'd still take Indy. Jacksonville's terrible. They're terrible in London. Everything about the organization is terrible. They got some good players out there. They just can't get it together at all. So, Luck, Jacksonville, Andrew Luck, Indianapolis, they're going to win by 30.
30.
You're dead wrong. Unfortunately, Andrew Luck's offense ain't going to be able to keep up with Jacksonville in this game.
11 Blake Bortles.
They're going to get edged out. That's all I got to say.
Is TJ Yeldon going to do anything for you? You putting him in your lineup this week?
No, I am not, but he will have a touchdown.
Well, then you should put him in, man.
Nope, I got better players.
You're dead wrong.
But I got Jacksonville because their offense is better than Indy's.
Nope. I don't know about that. I mean, it's possible. Neither one of them have done what I expected them to do so far, but I think both are going to get better as the season goes along. But like I said, man, Indy thinks they are a playoff team. Jacksonville doesn't. Indy needs this game. But we are going spread split. Jim and I are going Indy, and Easy and Johnny Parlay are going Jacksonville.
Last week, Dash and I combined 9 wins. Easy and Parlay 4 wins. Who are you going to listen to?
Jim, we're going to go with your game next in...
Lock. I'm the only one above 500 for picks of the week.
Believe it, you're 2-1 for your picks of the week. You're 9-6 on the season, 4-1 last week. And look, over your last 74 picks, which is a little bit over a third of your total picks, you've actually picked now 204 games, but over your last 74, you're 42-32. So you're on a good run, and you're 7-3 in your last 10 picks as well.
Move it on up.
You're going with the
all-time wins.
Atlanta game. That's the biggest surprise to me. You say you're going to stay away from Atlanta.
See, it's because you're talking about Atlanta.
It's week 4, and you're already going with the Atlanta game. Carolina -3 at Atlanta. The over-under is 50. Game. It doesn't matter, man. You know this.
I wanted to take New England, but you wouldn't give me the line that ESPN had, so I had to go with a different game. This is a tough game because Matt Ryan, he's playing good right now. Atlanta's playing better football early this year. They started 5-0, I think, last year, though, before completely falling off, so it's not too surprising they're off to a hot start.
And Carolina hasn't looked like they did last season.
No, yeah, it's definitely not a stone cold lock, but 3 points I figure I could at least push. That's what I'm going for, a win or a push.
Yeah, I think when you look back to last week, the way Atlanta won was on the ground. Devontae Freeman and Tevin Coleman both had big games, and the receivers really didn't do much. Julio Jones kind of shit the bed for you in fantasy,
catch for 16,
correct?
maybe.
And Mohamed Sanu didn't do too much. I thought he was going to have a better game. I thought Jacob Tamme was going to have a better game. Nothing really happened in the receiving game for Atlanta. But the running backs blew up, and that ain't going to happen this week against Carolina. You're going to have to pass against Carolina if you want to win this game, and I just don't see it happening. I still think Carolina's the better team, so -3, I'm going to take it. Again, if it was 3.5, I'd think again maybe, but at -3, I got to go Carolina.
Matt Ryan won NFC Player of the Month, Offensive Player of the Month.
Well, I say he was one of my sleepers going into the season.
Easy's feeling him.
What are we talking about here?
Carolina -3 at Atlanta.
Oh, yeah, Atlanta. I'm just going to stick with them. Carolina, it seems to me like they're reeling a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely compared to their, 15 wins last year or 14 wins they had.
This is a game I think Atlanta can sneak up on Carolina and take one from them, to be honest.
Johnny Parlay's going with you again and saying Atlanta, so we got another spread
Cursing
split
you,
here.
Easy. You're going to have a bad week.
Yeah, I don't like it.
What's next?
All right, we're going to go with Easy's pick of the week next. He went 3-2 last week, as I mentioned. He's still looking for his first pick of the week win of 2016, though.
He's getting it this time.
And
No, we're just going to keep the losing streak going.
he's going with Tennessee at Houston, and Houston is -4.5 in this game. The over-under is 40.5.
J.J. Watt's out. We don't know if he's coming back. I think they're going to really rally around and
Rally around who? Brock Osweiler.
That's it. What about Jadeveon Clowney? Will he step up?
They want to stay there and say, we're more than J.J. Watt.
The J.J. Twat.
Well, I'll tell you what. You took Houston last week over New England, and that didn't work out for you. And I'll tell you what.
I didn't necessarily take him.
Well, you said New England. There's no way in hell they'd win.
Yeah. That's not picking Houston.
Well, that's who they were playing, so you had to pick one of the two. But look, Houston, I just don't think they're the team that everybody thinks there is, really. That's why I'm going to go against you, Easy. You're going Houston, Johnny Parlay's going Houston, and Jim's going Houston. So I'm going spread solo here with Tennessee. I just don't think Houston's the team everybody thinks they are. They lost my boy Arian Foster. He's kneeling for the national anthem in Miami now. So
and he's kneeling on the
I'm not
bench.
high on Tennessee or anything, but these two teams, actually Tennessee is the Houston Oilers, so this is pretty much old Houston versus new Houston. I'm going to go with old Houston in this game. At least to cover the -4.5. I think that's a little bit too much. I think this is going to be a tight game.
I think, like Easy said, I think they are going to have one of those, win it for JJ games. And Brosweiler might put together a 300-yard game. You never know. The dude could actually kind of throw the football a little bit.
Well, I like the receivers, Hopkins and Fuller out there.
Tennessee's still such a young team. And I think Houston being at home, I am afraid of a little bit of the -4.5. But I think this is the 1 week Houston gets it going. They're going to make it look like they are the team people want them to be, and then they're going to fall off again the next week.
Well, I think the main thing Houston has to do in this game without J.J. Watt is stop DeMarco Murray. He's looked very good for Tennessee this season, which is pretty surprising to me. I really didn't expect him to do much for Tennessee.
They took him, number 1 overall, and the kid's really done nothing.
I don't even know. Is that dude even playing?
Who are we talking about?
Jadeveon Clowney.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
He was healthy coming into the year, but he could have sneezed. So if he did, he probably bruised his sternum.
So we got 3 on Houston. I'm on Tennessee. We're going to go with Johnny Parlay's pick of the week next. He's 0-3. He's still looking for his first pick of the week win of 2016 as well. And just to show you how good this guy has been over his last 89 picks, including this 5-10 stretch, he's still 54-35. He's 92-72 in 2 over his regular season picks all time as well. This guy has been a beast, but he needs to pick it up. Look, though, he did get, although he had 1 win last week, it was the first person to 100 wins.
Believe it.
185-4 all time.
He's got me by 4. Damn.
And he's going with, I can't believe this really, Denver -3 at Tampa Bay. The over-under is 43, and he is going spread solo here and saying Tampa Bay. He's not feeling Trevor Siemian, man.
I went against Denver once or twice this year already.
Took Indy, I remember, yeah.
Burned me, so I don't know. Their defense shutting down a Tampa Bay offense that hasn't been running the ball too well. Jameis Winston threw the ball over 50 times, or at least 50 times, I think, in the last 2 games. That's not the recipe for success to beat Denver. I know they're coming 3/4 of the way across the country, but I don't know. I wasn't sold on Denver. I know Simeon can blow up in a bad way at any time, being that he's a first-year starting quarterback. I don't know. I'd
be more worried about Jameis Winston, a young quarterback,
dude.
going up the defense he's going up against. And like you said, they haven't been running quite as well. That has to do with Doug Martin being hurt as well. Although Sims looks pretty decent out there.
He got me 14 fantasy points.
Offensively, look, Emmanuel Sanders had a breakout game last week, and Easy knows that. He threw him in his lineup, and he blew up for him. Demaryius Thomas had a long touchdown as well. Their offense isn't looking that bad, but with this defense going up against Tampa Bay's offense, there's no way I'm going Tampa Bay in this game, especially with the -3, man. All they got to do is win by a field goal, and I push.
Simeon can't play basically he can't play any worse than Osweiler or Manning did last year. I mean, Denver just needs their quarterback to not lose the game for them to win the game for the most part.
They should trade for Bobby Hoyer.
Dude's garbage.
Yeah. Tampa Bay, Winston just don't have it yet to beat Denver. Simple as that.
Yeah, parlay. He's going out on a limb at least. He's got some balls.
He likes those home underdogs, man.
Yep.
He should have took New England at even.
Yeah.
What's the last game we got this week?
All right, we are going.
That should be 47s.
Well, look, let's go over JK47 real quick. He went 0-0 last week. He's 0-0 in the season. He's 0-0 in picks of the week. Although he is 9-6 all time in picks of the week, he needs to get here. He's 11-5 in his last 16 picks. He won his last 3 picks of the week. We need a pick of the week from him because we have been struggling as a team here. Although Jim, you are 2-1 in your picks of the week. Nobody else is over 500 or even at 500.
I have 66% of the pick of the week wins for the whole squad.
Yeah, ridiculous. But we're going to turn it around here this week, I believe, at least get 3 wins. But the last game, Dallas -2 at San Francisco. The over-under is 45 in this game. And we got another spread split. I try to pick games where I think we're all going to pick the same team, and it just never works out.
Never pick Dallas.
That's
That's it. That's all the analysis
So
I
you're
have for
going
this game.
Chip Kelly is what you're doing.
No, I'm just not picking Dallas.
He's going hard, Chip Kelly.
No, I hate Chip Kelly. Don't say that.
I'm going
ruining
hard
my rep.
Dak Prescott.
Well,
you
Des
love
Bryant.
Dak.
It looks like Des Bryant isn't going to
Oh,
play
listen,
in this
Des
game.
Bryant.
Oh, is he beat?
He got
Yeah.
fined.
Oh,
He's
snap.
out 3 weeks. He got fined because he sobbed around after he hurt his knee, didn't show up for the MRI, and then missed a team meeting the next day. And then he told the team he was too afraid to find out how bad his knee really was. What a giant douche.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to hurt him, but really he wasn't doing that much for him anyway. Dak Prescott really wasn't looking his way as much as he should have been.
Smart.
Well, trust me, man, Des Bryant
Block
is a
Des
beast.
Bryant.
You
Trade
might
him.
not like him or whatever.
Trade him
but
for Tim Tebow.
He's a beast. Come on now. You hate Tim Tebow.
Oh, he's the worst.
But Cole Beasley has stepped up, man, as a nice target for Dak Prescott. Ezekiel Elliott looks great out there so far, which not necessarily a surprise. I didn't think he was going to be as good as he has been so far, though. I thought it was going to take him a little bit of time. I can't go with San Francisco in any game if they're not an underdog by 7 points or something, man. So Dallas -2. I know it's on the road for Dallas, but there's nothing that says San Francisco's good. Carlos Hyde's a solid running back or whatever.
Blaine Gabbert at home.
Blaine Gabbert at home.
Man.
That's it. That's all you got to say,
Come
man.
on,
Blaine
man.
Gabbert at home.
I'm feeling it.
Easy. What are you saying? You said Dallas with me, correct?
Yeah, I'll go Dallas.
Johnny Parlay's going with Jim and saying San Francisco.
The only pick me and Parlay both said Houston too, right?
Yes.
All right.
Houston.
I got you 2 wins this week, Parlay. Much love, buddy.
Well, it looks like you're going to have 2 losses, maybe.
Hell no. 5-0.
Man, take a San Francisco. You're going to have 1 loss at least.
Nope.
Are you going 5-0 this week? Is that
Believe
what's
it.
going to happen?
Believe it. Going 9-1 2 weeks.
Well, you're 7-3 in your last 10, so you go 5-0, 12-3. That'd be sweet.
It's beast mode.
But you still need 10 more wins to get back to 500 all time, man.
That's right. 5's going to get me halfway there. And put me over
I'm
100.
slowly creeping up on Johnny Parlay for best record as well. I'm 8 wins behind, and I have 1 more loss than him.
Oh, I got more wins than you.
Yeah, because you have like 400 more picks than me.
That's right.
You have 20 more losses and 4 more wins.
That means I have 4 more wins.
And 20 more losses.
The losses don't matter.
They matter very much when you're putting money down on games.
Still winning.
Still
My 96
winning.
wins, I put a G on. My 106 losses, I put $20 on. So I'm still up.
Yeah, if it works out like that.
Believe it. Anything else for the fans?
No.
Any other college pops, Easy?
Nah, that's it.
What about Pitt? What are they going to do this week?
They're playing Marshall.
So they're going to
like
lose?
No, they're a big favorite. They're a heavy 17-point favorite.
What's the biggest favorite you've seen this week? Is there any 30-point favorites this late into the season?
Whoever Ohio State plays is about roughly a 28 to 30-point spread every game.
We've got a couple minutes left here. Pittsburgh is minus 4.5 or minus 5 against Kansas City. Obviously, Pittsburgh's at home. Are they going to cover that? I actually said the score would be 23-21 Pittsburgh, so I say take Kansas City this week.
Against spread, I might say Kansas City, but I still think Pittsburgh's going to win.
I told you I'm going to pick Pittsburgh to win every game this year. Remember me saying that?
That's cool, yeah. But
I mean, I don't care. That's what it is. So,
well,
see
you
them
said
beating the
that.
spread, too. 4 points ain't nothing.
Well,
they're either going to win.
Unless you only score 3.
Unless
either
you
gonna-
say the score is going to be 24-20 in the Steelers segment.
Well, you asked me for a prediction the other night. I was feeling 24-20. What's the line? 4.5.
Or 5, yeah, 5.5.
All right, well, today I'm feeling 27-20, so Pittsburgh.
That's it. However many beers he has,
I told
that's
you,
how
it's
many
earlier
points
in the
it goes
week,
up.
my opinion on these games change.
Well, you
by
need
the
to,
time
you need to
from
go
Monday to
into
Sunday.
our YouTube page and in the line segment in the comment section, you need to go type in for
Update
people to update so people know what to take, man.
I'm not, well, I'm not, when we do our pick segment here, I'm not going to waver on who I picked here. I mean, who I have now is there, but when you ask me a Steelers score Monday and then ask
Don't
me
give
one
me
Thursday,
that crap, man. Let me see something here.
Kentucky takes all week for me to figure out what's going on.
Easy
with that
last
team.
week. You took Oakland, the New York Jets, Houston, Green Bay, and Denver. You did take Green Bay, so you stuck with Green Bay this week. But you do switch your picks.
Well, when I bet sometimes, yeah.
When
There's no doubt. Oh, yeah, there's no doubt.
Don't worry about it. No one's listening to your picks anyways.
Well, because you give us these games and they're whack, dude.
They're
I
whack.
give you these games.
Yeah,
we
you
get
pick these
whacked.
games out of the lineup. They're
I don't
generally
pick
whack.
these games. I pick my game and one other because JK47 won't show up.
Or even send us a text.
You picked Tennessee at Houston, not me.
Well, all I know is Tim Tebow is a true patriot. That dude is.
Hitting home runs in his first at bat. Dash,
No.
you didn't hit no home run in your first at bat.
No.
Nope.
People
see?
should strive to be like Tim Tebow. True patriot and champion.
I heard he's a communist. Fans, hit us up on Twitter at bet_the_spread. Hit me up on Twitter at betjimtowin. Let us know if Tebow's a communist or if he's a patriot. Keep coming back to the Facebook page at facebook.com/betthespread. Keep coming back to YouTube. Check out our page. Also look up the Jerry Rice rap, the Howie Long rap, the William the Refrigerator Perry rap, the Deion Sanders rap, and the Miami Dolphins rap. All of them are equally horrible, but equally hilarious.